So Joanne and I actually met each other in Hong Kong many, many years ago before I got to know about Young Living. So our daughters went to the same preschool. So later on, I discovered the amazing Young Living products. I thought Joanne would be interested in these products.
Yeah, I still remember the time when you visited Hong Kong after you started using Young Living, and you were so excited to share with me all these essential oils, but I wasn't interested because I've been using essential oils since the 90s, and I was using really good, high quality, as I thought, organic and expensive biodynamic essential oils already.
And remember the hand sanitizer I showed you?
Yeah, it was Christmas, and you were visiting from Singapore, and we're having a meal, and you took out your Thieves spray, and you said, let me clean your hands. So we all put out our hands, she sprayed it, and that smell was so wonderful. And I asked for the bottle, and I looked at the ingredients, make sure that it was clean. I do trust her, but I still need to make sure. And at that time, I was using another brand of essential oil hand sanitizer, a little home-based business out of San Francisco. So I thought, hey, I can try something new. I can just shift brands. And I love trying new brands. I love trying something new. And so when you told me about, like when I used it, I asked, how do I buy it? And she offered to help me buy. I didn't know it was a network marketing company.
And at that time, I was not trying to sign her up. So I didn't even know what the big deal was about network marketing, really. So, I just gave her some. I let her try it. And actually, I really, really just wanted to share my new discovery with her. So subsequently, she bought the Start Living with Thieves kit. And that's how we started this amazing journey on holistic wellness together.
Like, I had no idea that it was network marketing. I had no interest in doing the business.
Yeah, I know. We were so naive then, really.
It was taken in October 2011 at the grand opening of Singapore office. And that was the first time we met him together.
That's right. And actually, the pictures on the far left, those are my kids. They're my kids at about 2.5, 3 years old, and they were actually giving each other a raindrop. So they were handling all the raindrop oils, supposedly hot oils, no problems. And so this is how they look like now. So 15 plus years with Young Living. So those are my kind of pretty grown-up kids. And then next to that,
yeah,
Joanne.
And those are my two kids who are now 19 and 15. But they wouldn't let me put their photo on stage and convention. So here they are, 6 and 2. This was when they actually met Patricia. Well, This was about 17 years ago. So they have already met Patricia.
Yeah.
This was the year that I started using Young Living. That's when the photos were taken.
That's right.
And I remember how when we first met Gary, it was like yesterday. And I remember how the first time I saw him, I was overwhelmed with gratitude.
Yeah.
It was the first time I actually knew what the word gratitude meant because of how the products have helped me, has helped my kids, and helped my family. And I was really impressed with everything that he taught that day in Singapore. And I love learning from him from online research before, and I really wanted to meet him in person to feel his energy. And after that day, I've learned that he's very transparent. He's very honest, and there's so much truth that he represents, and I could feel that he genuinely wanted to help people. So I decided to come home and tell everybody about it, and 2 years later, we opened the Hong Kong market. So Patricia, how did you start with Young Living?
Yeah.
What prompted you to start?
So you remember, my kids were 2.5, 3 years old then, and when I relocated back to Singapore from Hong Kong with 2 small kids in tow and the strong desire for them to be healthier than when I was growing up. So long story short, the more I researched and studied, I found that the closer we are to nature, the kinder we are to ourselves and also to our environment. So I took it upon myself to search and find the purest, the safest, and the most effective natural products available. So that was in consideration of my young growing kids.
Yeah, I really love the way you said how the closer we are to nature, the kinder we are to ourselves. I'm going to make that really great quote into this poster and post it on social media. Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome. So I think that's how we got connected, right?
Yeah, with the water of school, the search for natural products, the search for natural health solutions.
And we were new moms
Yes,
then.
we were, very much so. And I still remember when we were chatting, we would exchange notes. I would tell you what I'm learning, what I found out, and you would tell me the same. And we would go to the grocery stores together.
And talk nonstop.
Ended up like spent 2 hours in the grocery store and not getting any groceries.
That's right. That was our daily routine, right?
Yes. And with Jeannie in the cart.
Yeah.
And so growing up, I was very similar. I didn't know that your lifestyle and your diet would affect your health. And I had no idea about the cleaners. But as a new mother and when I was pregnant, the chemical smell from the cleaners and the laundry would really make me sick. So I was searching for natural cleaners. And then I was also looking for something that was non-toxic for me. So before I knew Young Living, I was already using organic and natural cleaners. I was using non-fluoride toothpaste and organic skincare.
Yeah. So we were already very aware of the chemical overload in our bodies.
Yeah, and you
Slide.
You slide. Sorry, guys. Like we have to try to coordinate this out.
Over there.
And as a mother, I wanted my family to have a healthier life. And we both love to read and research. And we read about how the harmful chemicals affect our health, just like these two studies that you found.
That's right. So this really, when I saw it, it really brought home the fact that, it's not just what you use on yourself, like the personal care products and all that, but also the common products that we use around the house to clean our environment, like really close to our home where we live and supposed to be a safe sanctuary, right? So I was surprised at what conventional cleaning products do affect our health, including the respiratory system and our skin. We are often in contact, as a stay-home mom, we're often in contact with all these products. So this really bugged me, and I knew that the best way was to look for natural, safe, and low toxic products.
Yeah, feel free to take a screenshot and then go home and read those studies. It's because it's something that we really love and would love to share with you, is all these studies that we've found. And with all these different options on household products, right? We want to search for something that works, but also good for our body.
Yeah, so would I.
And as I was saying, I would get really sick from the smell of the conventional cleaning products. So when I was pregnant, I was especially looking for something that was natural. And the crazy thing is, after reading all these studies, not a lot of people know about all these harmful effects of conventional cleaning products, and they don't know that their skin problems or their health problems are actually caused by the cleaning products in their home. They're actually slowly poisoning themselves. I like to call it killing you softly, like the song.
Silently killing ourselves. So because lots of people believe that if it's sold in the shops and the shelves, what's the big deal? It should be safe for us, right?
Yeah, and they would say, well, everybody uses it. What's wrong with it? It's just that they don't know that maybe that's why so many people are sick and have health problems nowadays. And we don't know that not only is it impacting our health, it's also impacting our children and our family and the environment.
Okay.
So that's why when I was using natural cleaner, my first purchase was Start Living with Thieves. Actually, not a lot of people know that I didn't start with essential oils. I start with the Thieves cleaner because of the Thieves spray that you gave me. And back then, it was called Start Living with Thieves. Like, how do you start living with thieves, start living with everyday oils, and start living with Ningxia Red, right? Who actually use start living with to join Young Living here? There isn't a lot of people, but with a show of hands, nobody. I think we're
Nobody.
probably,
Oh,
yay!
yeah, there's one there.
So you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you see on the far top left, green bottle with a white cap? Can you imagine that? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Can you imagine using that style now in 2024?
Yeah, the green bottle, right? 20 years, 30 years later or something. So when I first started using, it was already the black bottle, like the dark brown bottle with the black cap. And I remember when the box came in, I was very excited because like I was immediately using the hand soap and the mouthwash and all that. So it was really, really good. I was very happy.
Yeah, love
And
it.
it was so easy to buy because I can just buy it online and it get delivered.
Yeah.
Before I would have to go to different shops in Hong Kong and to
To
buy like
accumulate
this
everything.
shop to go get the cleaners and then that one to get the toothpaste and that one to get the hand sanitizer. But this one I just click and it gets shipped. So it's
That's
so good.
right. Love it. So just give it a try. Why not?
Yeah, and immediately I fell in love with it because it was so much better, so much more effective than the rest of the natural cleaners that I was using. It was just, it just really worked. And I actually have not switched to another brand of cleaners for the past, 13, 15 years.
Yeah.
And honestly, I did try, after a first 1 or 2 years, I did try other brands, but I always come back. And after that, trying that 1 or 2 times,
Yeah,
I stopped
forget it.
trying. Forget
Yeah,
it. Like
stick with Thieves.
I stick to this. This is just easier. And the more I use it, the more I want to share with other people, and they would share their stories. So over the years, I've collected tons of testimonial and stories.
Yeah. So over here. Oh, okay.
So from
Light
the
went off.
green bottle to the brown bottle, it disappeared. From the green bottle to the
imagine.
brown bottle to the white bottle that you're now using, we have a new bottle. They're rebranding.
Yeah. So it shows the evolution of the packaging. So Young Living is always trying to work on nice packaging, keeping up with the times and what's cool, so that we can reach a wider demographic and make cleaning more fun and enjoyable. So, but the thing is, we can trust that we get the same potent, powerful, and very versatile formula. So, isn't it from these essential oils, the bottle, called Thieves?
I found this Young Living catalog back from 1994, 30 years ago. And we already have Thieves oil back then. Isn't it amazing to be able to find the product catalog from 30 years ago online? And we're celebrating YL30 at this convention. Right? I mean, we're here to stay. And our Thieves blend was formulated by our founder, D. Gary Young. This blend was created from research recorded in the archives of the British Museum Library about a group of 14th century European perfumers and spice traders who rubbed oils on themselves while they robbed the dead and dying. This was actually the first essential oil blend to be scientifically evaluated in a university research laboratory. As Asians, we grew up with herbs and herbal ointments. So when I researched cleaner using essential oils, it all made sense. And guess what? This online product guide proved that we've been around for a long time. We're not something that comes and go like a lot of the new companies. And with this research that has been done a lot, and especially back then, we were both like really into reading scientific studies, right?
Okay, so there's also another study that has been done on this folk medicine called Five Thieves oil. And there are actually different versions of this Five Thieves oil. So there are actually a lot of people who have done studies on this. And they had very similar results. So I find it is not just us talking about it, it's very scientific. In fact, this is actually the studies that I have read when I started using Young Living in 2011. I started using the Thieves household cleaner and the Thieves oil and saw the powerful effects. So I was curious and found these studies, and that's what really convinced me that it is scientific and it really, really works.
Yeah, so feel free to take a photo, read the study, and you can share this link to the study with your friends and show them that they can decide if it works or if they think that you're just bluffing, right? Because it's all very scientifically based.
Yeah. So, with the internet, it is very easy to Google and search it out, right? But remember this, we just need to make sure we can differentiate what is reliable information and what is not, okay? So I love reading the Young Living website and D. Gary Young blog, and you can scan it as well to read on your own.
The D. Gary Young blog is also one of the things that I read. There's so many information on it. Who here has read the D. Gary Young blog? For those who hasn't, there are tons of information. This is what I do. I go to the D. Gary Young blog, and then I click onto the last page, which is, I think, page 57 or something. And I start from there. Because those are the blogs that he wrote back from 2008. And there are tons of stories on it. I highly recommend. And who has heard about the Does Thieves Cleaner Really Work video? Maybe you can look up Google, Does Thieves Cleaner Really Work?
Okay, so ingredient safety is very important to us because we had very young children then, and when they were 2 to 3 years old, toddlers, what do toddlers love doing? They're always in touch with the floor, dropping things on the floor, putting it in their mouths, and also we have pets in our family. She has tons of cats. I have just 3 little pups now. And so, pet owners, their pets are like as precious as our children, right? And very passionate with them. So, only best for them. And it's really, really important that we choose and make wise decisions on what we are buying and bringing back into our homes, because it will affect our children, our pets, our loved ones, okay?
Yeah, and in my family, we use it everywhere. I even use it on my cats, and you can see that photo. Oh, can you show the photo? Yes, those are actually my 9 cats. So 7 out of these 9 cats were born in the house, and I diffuse oils at home every day. We use Thieves Cleaner all around the house, and they're just oily cats. The lady in the middle, her name is Gretchen. She's one of our Royal Crown Diamonds. She's one of my best friends, and that's her little dog. And what she does is she would use the Thieves Cleaner, diluted 1 to 30, and she would clean her dog every time after they went for a walk. She would clean her legs, her feet, and wipe it with a wet towel, and then spray her body all over, and then also use the Thieves Cleaner to clean her ears. And her dog always smells wonderful. Like she doesn't have that. Sometimes dog can be quite smelly.
Yep.
There's no smell like that. I love that dog.
Yeah, I do the same as well with my dogs. And cats and dogs are super sensitive, right? And your cats are so healthy.
Oh, they are.
Who here remembers that we only had that Thieves household cleaner? Right, and we used it for everything, isn't it? Yeah, for laundry, for bathrooms, dish soap, laundry soap, everything, just with that one bottle. I used it in the kitchen, the toilets, the bathrooms, bedrooms, toy stations, children's rooms, everywhere, right? And even to clean the, doggy bowls and
and the litter
area,
boxes for me, yeah.
everything. And it was so easy then, actually, just dilute. I love its versatility, and also it's very, very economical. I think also what's important to me really is that it's not only kind, safe for us, for human beings, for our pets, and also the planet. I think that was very, very important for Gary. Whatever Young Living produces and formulates, we take sustainability into consideration and that it is safe for the environment.
Yes, absolutely. Everybody loves story, so story time. And I've got 2 really cool stories to share. And then one of the story is I have a brand new silver member, and she said that she started using Young Living because her toddler was having skin issues on her soles, on the bottoms of her feet. The skin was peeling. So she asked her friend who was using Young Living if there's an oil for the skin. when she asked her friend in fact told her that you should change your thieves cleaner, change into thieves cleaner instead of using an oil. So she was like puzzling, she didn't understand, but she switched to thieves cleaner to clean the floor. About a week later, the skin on the sole of the feet of the baby wasn't peeling anymore. And she just had this amazing story, right? So she couldn't stop telling her friends about it. She basically built her entire silver organization on thieves cleaner.
Thieves. So I have stories like that as well. Chemical cleaners may strip the skin of the good bacteria that protects us. So many chemicals are really bad for our skin.
Okay? So it's also really good for pen marks on leather. I actually use it to clean my leather handbags too. And then I also use it to wash my carpet. My daughter's room used to have white carpets, and I used to have to use the chemical cleaners that come with the carpet washer. But I really did not like that smell. So one time I switched to Thieves Cleaner, and it worked even better than that chemical cleaner. And it was sparkling clean. It was like brand new. I was so happy. Like I was ready to change the carpet. But after using Thieves Cleaner to wash it, I didn't have to because it looked like it was brand new.
Use it on plants.
Yes, we do it on plants. We dilute it and then we spray it on plants to
Flower
keep the
vases.
flying things away.
Yeah.
And we add it to a vase for cut flowers. The flowers actually keep longer. There are different ways to use it.
Yeah, so extremely versatile. So now we'll share with you the math. So if you can see over there. So typically we use about 1 tablespoon. You can see the math there. That works out to about 78 cents per bottle, right?
Yeah.
So of an average spray bottle that you would use, you can use it as a general cleaning, you know. The best thing I like about this is that if you wanted a heavy degreasing, you know, like you want to wipe down the stove after you used it, you can add a little bit more and make it more concentrated. But then, like for things like the window, it's not very oily or not very dirty. You can have a higher, a greater water, you know, more
Dilution,
water,
yeah,
so
more dilution.
lower dilution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yes.
So I can play with the concentration like that, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, and it's very safe too. Like even if you use less water, it's still really safe.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about like hurting our children or our
Or
pets,
pets.
or being toxic, right? And I think a lot of people thought that it's very expensive because especially the big bottle, it looks like it's a lot, but it actually all works out to be just $1 to $2
Yeah.
a bottle.
Yeah, it
and
goes
when
a
you
really
see that,
long
it's
way.
actually very economical, right? For example, my house is about 2,000 square feet. A big bottle of household cleaner lasts me 2 months. And I've asked a lot of my friends how long a bottle for them lasts. It depends on how big their house is. The bigger the house, obviously, the faster you're going to go through it. But it's still very, very economical. So if it's like about 1,000 square feet, it lasts about 4 months.
Yeah. It goes a really long way. Yeah. Very economical.
And I remember when we were brainstorming for this session, a question came out. If you were to only allow to use 3 Thieves products, not including the oil, which 3 would you choose? And we were sitting there, we're like, oh my God, I can't imagine only
Having to
using 3
choose.
Thieves
Yeah.
products, right? We had to choose. So I posted this question on my Facebook, and it's in Chinese. And I asked my members, I asked my followers, what would they choose? And interestingly, 100% of the people in the comments said Thieves Cleaner was one of the top 3. If they were only to choose 3 Thieves products, right? It was the first or the second choice. Nobody actually put it at the third choice. It was quite interesting. And so these are the people who feel like they cannot live without Thieves Cleaner. So if you're not using Thieves Cleaner yet, you're totally missing out.
Yeah. So this, I think, just tells me one thing. These people have great awareness. So once people are aware of the dangers that all these conventional commercial products are doing to you and to the environment and your young kids and our pets, our precious pets, I think it's a no-brainer.
And then you can actually see we've worked out. I've done some survey. I've asked my members how long a bottle lasts. And these are the products in the Thieves series, the Thieves line, and how long a bottle lasts of each product. Then you can sort of gauge how often you need to buy it, right? And with this knowledge, you can think of how you can put it in your loyalty rewards, and then you can get your points from it. And it really lasts a long time. A lot of them last a really long time. Look at that Thieves Veggie Wash. It really lasts 4 months. For me, personally, I think it lasted me 6 to 7 months.
Yeah.
But generally, it lasts about 4 months. And so, knowing about this cycle of how long the products last, you can put them in your loyalty rewards, and you can encourage your team, and you can tell your friends about it, and then they can get points. And it's a really good range because there's so many different products in the line, and like laundry soap, dish soap, just to name a few. And then one of my other personal favorite is the kitchen scrub. Who has used this kitchen scrub? Right? Like all those pots and pans, you don't even have to scrub and everything comes off. And it's really kind to my skin too. I don't have to worry about like wearing gloves or anything.
Yeah. I know people who just grab a bunch and then they just go like that, so it's really gentle on the hands.
Yeah, and then with the point system, you can earn points and the company is really generous.
Yeah. So once you know better, once you are aware, you do your due diligence, your research, then we are able to choose better. Choose more wisely for our health and well-being of our family, our loved ones, yeah?
Yes, and to our wallets too.
Yes.
And remember, when you get your loyalty reward points, I always tell my members to, let me go back to there. I always tell my members to use those reward points to redeem products that you have never tried, that you want to try. Because sometimes we've got 600 products, right? And sometimes you see something in the product guide, you want to try it, but you're not sure, then redeem with your points. And you get free products, you only pay for shipping. I think the company is super generous, especially for us who've been on loyalty rewards for a long time. We've got 25% points, right? That's like 25% off of everything.
Great
so
saving.
Don't think that it's expensive. It's a really good deal if you know how to do your math.
That's right. And if you're not using household cleaner yet, I strongly recommend you to start putting it in your next loyalty reward order. And you are using your Thieves household cleaner already, you gotta go and tell your friends about it.
Yeah.
Because you're doing them a favor.
When you know that your friends are still using those chemical cleaners, how can you not tell them about it? Because it's actually, I've compared, I don't know about the US, in Hong Kong I've compared the prices of cleaners. Thieves household cleaner is cheaper than the commercial cleaning products. And how can you not tell them when you know that they're slowly poisoning themselves, and when you have something that is cheaper and better and safer and better for them? Right? I actually really love to put luscious lemon into my Thieves cleaner. I find that it can whiten a little bit of like white clothes or white carpet. I love the smell of luscious lemon.
Important takeaway message for you is that we can control what we bring into our home. So why don't we choose wisely? Whether it's a household cleaner, other products you use at home for food, for your health, and how you educate your children so they and their kids can live a healthier, low-tox life.
Yes, and I think with this education with our children, they're going to bring this to their children, and we're going to be able to change generations of our descendants, right? That's how I always feel. So that's why I really love this quote, and I made it into a poster. It's the closer you are to nature, the kinder you are to yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.